With the release of Dune Part 2 just around the corner, let's take a look at what we need to remember and know, sippers, because based on the initial reviews, we are in for an epic science fiction film. For those who want to remember the first film and haven't read the book, let's quickly recap what happened in Part 1. The galaxy is ruled by different dynasties across various planets, and at the top of these is an emperor. The most valuable material, known as spice, melange, used for space travel and many other needs, is found on the harsh planet Arrakis, with endless deserts, giant sandworms, and mysterious people of Fremen. This place is also known as Dune. For years, the Harkonnen family has become immensely wealthy by trading in spice and controlling Dune. However, when the Emperor suddenly takes the control of this planet from the Harkonnens and gives it to Atreides, a family with long-standing blood feud with the Harkonnens, led by Duke Leto, the centuries-old conflict reignites. The Harkonnens launch a surprise attack on the Atreides one night after they settle in, with the ruthless Harkonnens bringing not only their troops, but also the Emperor's elite Sardaukar soldiers. They disperse the Atreides family and kill Duke Leto. But that won't be enough. Lady Jessica, Duke Leto's wife, and their heir, their son Paul Atreides, who are taken to desert to be killed, manage to escape and go into desert. To be accepted by the mysterious Fremen, they must prove themselves and plan intensively to avenge Duke Leto. Simultaneously, due to spice influence, Paul starts to see visions of a future that is bloody, deadly, and catastrophic that for the humankind itself, destiny is in motion. Having proven himself in Fremen knife fight, Paul gains acceptance from the tribe and begins his journey to learn the power and the mystery of the desert. This brings us exactly to where the second film begins. Dune Part 1 at times were described as boring, slow, and heavy by those unfamiliar with the book. While this might be an unfair criticism for such well-executed film, it is necessary to acknowledge that it slowed down to depict this richly detailed and historical world. However, there's no stopping now. Director Denis Villeneuve labels Dune Part 2 as a war film and assures that everything is ready for it to be done justice. The talented director, who claimed to have laid the groundwork in the first film, states that Part 2 will be more accessible for both those who have watched the first one and newcomers to the series. Judging by the initial reviews, Dune Part 2 is said to be a paced, character-focused, and nuanced science fiction epic. Don't forget to grab your popcorn at the cinema. Dune Part 1 had a cast that set the red carpets on fire when it was released. This ensemble, mostly fitting perfectly into their roles, resolved the biggest issue modern readers found in Dune: the lack of personality and empathizable characters. Part 2 returns with the same cast and introduces 3 new star actors for the antagonists in the book. The beautiful daughter of the current emperor of the known galaxy, Shaddam IV, Princess Irulan, will be portrayed by Florence Pugh. Irulan plays a critical role in the next 2 books, making Pugh's performance crucial. Phage Rota, Paul's arch-nemesis and the next heir of the Harkonnens, is a psychopath. Who else could play this master of the blade, a psycho and cunning man, other than Austin Butler, who mesmerized the world with his Elvis performance last year? Butler is ready for the role, and from what we have seen in trailers and behind-the-scene videos, an exquisite antagonist is coming. Lastly, to portray our Emperor Shaddam IV, our casting directors have called on none other than Christopher Walken, one of the biggest names in Hollywood. Shaddam IV, an oppressive but a smart man, the emperor who planned most of the grand schemes in the first film, must act cautiously against this rising threat, a prophet of sand. Beautiful Leia Shadku will also be joining our team as a Bene Gesserit witch. Also, Anna Taylor-Joy, who has been seen at the film's premiere in the past week, plays a significant role in the series, according to producers. While her exact role is not confirmed yet, there's a high chance that she will portray Paul's sister, Alia. We don't want to spoil anything about her character again, but oh damn, a lot of things are on its way, let's say. Dune Part 2 comes with its entire technical team intact from the first film, promising ear-shattering sound design, dazzling cinematography, and all-around cinematic experience worth every second. Let's note that Dune Part 2 was entirely shot with IMAX cameras. The film will shine like a diamond among the soulless and effortless productions of modern cinema. Dune Part 1 and Part 2 together will fully adapt Frank Herbert's classic Dune novel, and director Denis expressed his desire to adapt the sequel, Dune Messiah, into the film as well. The second book, which continues the events of the first Dune, has sparked much debate, beginning to build an unprecedented deep story on top of the themes in the first film. It is highly likely that this book will be adapted as Part 3. Whether it will be called Dune Part 3 or Dune Messiah is currently hard to say, but given its page count, being half of its predecessor Dune, Messiah is a book that Denis Villeneuve, Warner Bros. And the fans are keeping a close eye on. That's our list, sippers. Are you ready for the Dune Part 2? Hopefully you are, because the sandworms are coming, friends. Don't forget to subscribe and take care of yourselves. See you soon.